Kenya Monhay was in a downtown Denver nightclub with her friends 1 week ago.
Kenya Monhay's disappearance was big news in Denver.
She was last seen wearing a black skirt, black jacket, and red high-heel shoes.
Kenya's family was frantic, desperately hoping she was still alive.
I couldn't sleep. I'm praying. I get on my knees every day. God, please, bring Kenya home, please.
Janet Gomez and Kenya's other close friends kept looking, hoping someone would come forward with a clue.
We kept just putting flyers everywhere. We had to do it, you know, she's our friend.
And got nowhere.
You just have to be strong and just pray for the best.
But by now, family and friends were not alone in their search for Kenya. A veteran Denver police detective named Nash Gurley started looking too. To say Detective Gurley is imposing is perhaps an understatement. Looks more like a character from The Sopranos, but hates when children go missing.
I wanted to find her. I wanted to give her family closure. I wanted to give the city of Denver closure. I was determined to bring her home. I was determined to bring her home.
Also assigned to the case was Deputy DA Carrie Lombardi.
We had to do something, you know, and time was sort of the essence because they were still hoping she was alive.
It focused first, of course, on that Good Samaritan, the guy who'd given Kenya a ride, Travis Forbes. He was 31, they discovered, had a rap sheet for theft and drugs. But now he owned a small business in Denver, baking and delivering gluten-free granola bars. He was renting a space at a local bakery owned by Monica Poole.
Travis was energetic. He seemed friendly, wanted to have a business. He launched into granola bars, which I thought was a great idea. They didn't exist in the marketplace, not the way he was making them.
Travis could bake, but he wasn't the best businessman. He was often in debt, sometimes missed deliveries and deadlines. And one day he came to work, seemed a little frazzled, and told Monica about his odd encounter the night before.
He said, I gave some girl a ride home, and she's missing, and she's gone. And I thought, wow, that's kind of strange, whatever.
And then, a few days later, Monica's bakery was crawling with cops.
When the police showed up, I thought, wow, that must be that missing girl.
Detectives looked around, even shot this video of the place, but they didn't find much. Travis was there, so they took him downtown for questioning.
Travis, this is Detective Gurley. How's it going? This is Travis Ford. Hello. Oh.
He's a talker. Very, very charming, very, very manipulative.
I never met her before then.
And talk Travis did, reciting the very same story he told Tony Lee about picking up a lost and distressed Kenya downtown, then stopping for cigarettes at that gas station, where she met another man who said he'd take her home.
She put her arm through his arm, like while they were sitting there smoking, and they spoke Spanish, and they walked off, and that's it. That was the last. That was it, and I went home.
And that's the last you see of her?
Yes.
Travis was cool, calm, even contrite about leaving Kenya with that strange fellow at the gas station.
If she had made the choice to go back home or to get in my van, I would have taken her home. Like, I would not. I mean, and if I felt any sort of weirdness about her walking over that guy, I would have done something.
He was really worried about this whole investigation about this missing girl, but we believe him. He didn't do anything.
In fact, there was no evidence Travis did anything wrong. He certainly wasn't a suspect, barely a person of interest. He even had an alibi for his whereabouts after he dropped off Kenya.
He said he'd gone to his girlfriend's house at the time that we knew that she had disappeared. And then his girlfriend came in, but she supported his statement.
Yeah.
Of course, they let him go. Had to. But what about that mysterious man Travis said he left Kenya with at the gas station?
We couldn't find him. He was gone.
Well,
we send out bulletins, we put it on the news, and we didn't get anybody to come forward and say, yeah, I know this guy.
But DA Lombardi did get a search warrant for Travis's white cargo van. to see if it held any clues. And inside, it reeked of bleach.
To the point where when you spray something like on a ceiling,
Yeah.
a roof, and you spray it so much it drips down, that's how much bleach he sprayed on this van.
He was determined to erase something.
Everything. Everything. So we're going through his van, we're taking off doors, we're vacuuming, we're crawling underneath it.
The van, for the most part, was spotless, except for something odd that caught the cops' attention.
We found some weeds underneath, we found some dirt, some dust, different things.
What'd that tell you?
He's been on a dirt road, at least that van has.
So Gourlay and Lombardi poured through Travis's cell phone records to see where he was around the time of Kenya's disappearance. And they noticed he made and received several calls from a rural area near a little place called Keensburg, about 40 miles northeast of Denver. Not exactly one of the stops along Travis's granola bar delivery route.
We sent probably 25 detectives up there, looking in fields, running the gulches, checking the ponds, talking to the neighbors to see if they saw a white van. We were checking everything.
But there was no sign.
Nothing.
But back at the bakery, another clue surfaced on surveillance video. And it showed Travis Forbes doing a lot more than baking granola bars.
Coming up, just what was he doing?
That just seemed really strange.
And then another piece of videotape
We were all watching and we lost it.
when Dateline continues.